Welcome back. Now we are reaching to the end of this chapter. I have drawn a figure, given I have not written completely, but it can be very clearly understood that there is a triangle ABC in which angle A is 90 degree. Now it is also told, the most important information over here is quadrilateral DEFG is square. So I will not think of anything and just use that information. Now this quadrilateral is a square. If it is a square, the very first thing is all the angles are right angle and also all sides are equal. That means my first line will be that only, that quadrilateral DEFG is a square. If it is a square, then obviously first I am taking this thing, GF is equal to FE is equal to DE is equal to GD is X units. That is, all the sides are equal and all angles are also equal. That is, angle GDE is equal to angle FED is equal to angle DGF is equal to angle GFE, and each is 90 degree. This is by the definition of square. Now I need to show DE square is equal to BD into EC. Okay, so DE square means this one. So obviously DE can be anytime replaced by FE, by GD and AF. That is, we need to show from this particular information, we need to show x square, because we have taken DE as x square is equal to BD into EC, right? So I can write this x square, that is to show that x into x is your BD into EC. This is the new part that we can take from it. Now figure, you have just note down the figure once again, take a snapshot or draw it beside so that you will be able to understand the further part. Now when you come to this particular part, what do I feel? I will take 1x here, that means I can show that x and 1 from that side is to BD is equal to EC is to x. So what I understand, I clearly get the ratio of two sides proportional, that is, two sides are in proportion. Okay, so what I will do is, first I will see where is EC. Okay, so that EC must be proportional to one of the side which is x. That means it can be GF, it can be FE, it can be DE, it can be GD. So I will take a side in which EC forms triangle with that side. So EC forms triangle only with FE. That means I can also show that FE is to BD is EC. Now BD forms a triangle with whom? The BD forms triangle only with GD. In the figure you see, it forms only triangle with GD. That means, in short, you just have to show that FE is to BD is equal to EC is to GD. That means FE and EC form triangle FEC and BD and GD form triangle GDB. Right? Now if these two triangles are formed and their sides are to be proportional, then obviously I have to show that these two triangles are similar. Now these two triangles directly cannot be similar, but as I told you, if you remember, while teaching properties of similar triangles, I told you if triangle number 1 is similar to triangle number 2 and triangle number 2 is similar to triangle number 3, then obviously all the 3 triangles are similar. Agreed? So I am using that property only over here. So what I am doing is I am showing triangle BDG similar to triangle AGF by correspondence pehle. And that same AGF, I will keep the correspondence same and I will show it similar to FEC. So what I am doing, I am taking triangle AGF and triangle BDG. Let me scroll the figure down. You have drawn it, so if it is well and good, if not, then you can see. See here. Now you have this triangle to be shown similar to this triangle. The same policy I will use for this and this triangle. Now, one right angle to ready-made I have. I just want one more angle because I told you if I am thinking of showing 2 triangles similar, so I will only concentrate more on what? That is AA test. So you concentrate on this particular angle. See this angle. This angle and this angle. These 2 angles, that is AGF and ABC, or only B you say, are corresponding angles. Only they are congruent, means if I want them congruent, then they must have lines parallel, which is already known to us because it is a square. So I will write that thing pehle ki GF is parallel to BC or DE, whatever it is. And this is your transversal. So you will get AGF is congruent to angle B. Okay, and same pattern goes to that side, right? So here I can show here ki these 2 triangles are similar by AA test. So I am writing down, see the figure, write it, draw the figure first and then we will proceed. So I will be writing it now. So what I get here is, I will take triangle, that is in triangle AGF and triangle GBD. I have already discussed many times why we write and in between. Okay. Now in these 2 triangles, you have angle A belonging to first triangle congruent to angle GDB, which is each is 90 degree. Right? Then angle AGF is congruent to angle B. This is, now I have not written here which lines are parallel. We can write already directly converse of corresponding angles test, but I prefer you writing like this ki line so called as GF is parallel to BC and your AB transversal. So this will give you, so therefore you will get here these angles congruent by converse of corresponding angles test. Actually I should have written this pehle, that is line GF is parallel to line BC and AB transversal. So therefore angle AGF is congruent to angle B, that is converse of corresponding angle test, and then the number I should have put. And here the reason would have been only from 1. But since I have not written, so I wrote everything in the reason part. Okay. So now you can see here 2 angles of one triangle are correspondingly congruent to 2 angles of another triangle. So therefore triangle AGF, the first one I told you, has the whole right to drop in any way. So AGF is similar to triangle. Now you can see here A number 1 goes with D. So that is D. G goes with B. Now remains only 1. D and B are over. So you remain here with only G. This is by AA test for similarity. Okay. So let me store this as my statement number 3. Okay. Now using same policy, I will show the 2 triangles that side also similar. That is in triangle AGF and triangle. Now here I will not make that, but it will be okay. That is, if I write directly converse of corresponding angle test, it will work because we have written all the information in the previous part. AGF and triangle FEC. Here you have angle A is 90 degree, which is congruent to angle FEC, which is each 90 degree. Then angle AFG is congruent to angle C, right? So this is your converse of corresponding angles test, right? So therefore triangle AGF is similar to, now A goes with E, F goes with C, A goes with E, F goes with C, only one remains, that is so called as F, that is EFC. So AGF is congruent to EFC. Okay, so I got this particular correspondence. Again, this is by AA test for similarity. Now since these two triangles are similar, right, so obviously from third, and this statement is your fourth, you can see I have kept the correspondence same here, AGF and AGF. Why I kept same? So that this correspondence also remains same. That is from 3 and 4. 3 and 4, what you have? You have triangle EFC. Now you will be thinking, why did I write EFC pehle? I could have written DBG, no problem. But see the part which I have to show. I have to show, here you can see a little bit, here EC you can visualize, and here is FE. That means I have to get the part of EFC upside. So I am taking that pehle, similar to triangle DBG, right? So in this, what I want, now I am not going to show that DE square is equal to BD into EC. Remember, I have changed the part to be proved according to my convenience, and I just have to show FE is to BD, that is FE, first second is to first second, is EC, first third is to first third, that is DG. Okay, these are corresponding sides of similar triangle. Wasn't it easy? Yes, it was. A nice question. Some questions are more beautiful than that. But since we are running out with time, so we will be doing only the questions which are seeming to be more important. Okay? I hope you understood this. Let us go with another question. Now coming with the figure, better you draw the figure alongside first, and then we will start with this particular. While I am speaking, you draw the figure. You can see over here, okay, there are two lines. Let me call this as line L, and let me call this as line M. Line L and line M are there, right? And there are perpendiculars drawn on only one line. That is, you can see here what is there. SD is perpendicular to line M. Agreed? RC is perpendicular to line M. Then even who? QB is also perpendicular to line M. And the last one, PA, is also perpendicular to line M. Agreed? So, if this is there, then what do I conclude? Now, you can see that all these perpendiculars are on the same line. If there are two perpendiculars or even more, but we will talk only about two right now. If there are two perpendiculars drawn on a line to the same line, then those two perpendiculars must be either one and the same or parallel to each other. Now they are not one and the same, so obviously they are parallel. So you will have here you will have here SD parallel to RC, and RC is parallel to QB, and QB is parallel to PA. Agreed? Got it? ठीक है? Now I want to find one thing. So I would first add up what is AD. So AD I will add and see how much I get. Now AD by rule is your AB plus BC plus CD. That is AB plus BC plus CD, which is 60 plus 90 plus 120. So it is 270, I think so. Yes, 270. Let me check it once again. 12 and 9, 21, 21 and 6, 20. Yes, 270. Okay. So it is already 270. So how do I link this? For this, I will take help of one of the theorem, which is actually the direct application of basic proportionality theorem. What it says, okay, if there are three parallel lines, see how I am drawing it, one and here, okay, these three parallel lines are there and they are intersected by one of the transversal. Another transversal. See, I have taken care that I have not drawn the transversals parallel to each other. Then they intersect at points A, suppose B, C, D, E and F. Agreed? But the condition is what? These three lines must be parallel. Then the ratio of intercepts made by three parallel lines on one of the transversal is equal to ratio of intercepts made by any other transversal on the same lines. What it says, ratio of intercepts made by three parallel lines on one of the transversal is equal to ratio of intercepts made by any other transversal but on the same lines. That means this is your intercept. It is already explained to you what is intercept. So AB and this is BC. That means from this you get here ratio of AB is to BC is DE is to AC. The proof is quite simple. You just have to join this, which I am not drawing. So you get a triangle. Agreed? This is the line parallel to this. So this ratio of 1 to 2 is equal to 3 to 4. Right? Same that side. This triangle. This line is parallel to this by basic proportionality theorem. 3 to 4 is equal to this thing. That is BD is to DC. DE is to EF. Okay? DE is to EF it is here. Now, means the condition is what? Ke I need to have three parallel lines. Here to 3 ne have 4 parallel lines. Right? So obviously, if I take first these three parallel lines, I will plan out. If I take these three parallel lines, then 120 is to 90 is SR is to RQ. No use, because what happens? Okay, SR is to RQ if I take na, so I don't have SR also, not RQ also. बात खत्म हो गया. Right? Then I will take this two. So 90 is to 60 is RQ is to QP. That is also of no use because RQ and QP no. That means I must take in such a way that this 360 is used. Agreed? This 360 is used and here also this I will make use of it. So I will take the lines in such a way that they don't follow each other immediately. One line I will skip. That is, if I take this one, right, then I will take this line. That is SD parallel to RC parallel to AP. Or you can take SD parallel to QP parallel to PA. Why so? That we will see now. So first of all, whom to take? Chalo, I'll take that only, SD parallel to RC parallel to PA. That is, now I have here figure you are drawn, so just go through the figure now. That is, now your SD is parallel to RC is parallel to PA. So by theorem of intercepts made by three parallel lines. What I have, SD is parallel to RC, that means पहला टुकड़ा SR आएगा, दूसरा टुकड़ा R से लेके P तक, right? Because this line and this is the third line, that means first part is here, second part is this. SR is to RP, okay, equals to what? DC is to CA. Got it? Now SR, do you know? No. You know RP? No. Nothing you know. Do you know? Nothing I know. तो कुछ मत करो, componendo कर लो. That is by componendo. What is the benefit? That will come to know. You get here SR plus RP is to RP is equal to DC plus CA is to CA. Agreed? Now SR plus RP is your SP. So you get SP is to RP, and DC plus CA is your AD is to CA. Right? Now SP is already given to you as 360. RP don't know. AD can be found out. AD that we have found out already. I think so. It is 270. And AC means 60 plus 90, that is 150. Right? So what is RP? So RP goes here, 150 comes here, 270 comes down. So you get here 360 into 150 is to 270 is your RP. So what I get from this? I get, this goes now 3 5s are 3 9s are 9 1s are 940. That means RP is your 40 units. Okay. Now once you get RP as your 40 units, then what do you do? You can find aram se now SR. Right? How to find SR? Or you can even find RP, you can make use of it and can find QP also. Again by same componendo and that. If you don't want to do componendo and nothing, then you take SD parallel to RC parallel to PA. Okay? That is SD parallel to RP parallel to PA. So SR you have, no, you don't have SR. Okay? But you have RP now. And you have DC also, and you have so called as your CA, right? So here what I am doing is I am numbering it. See here, this I think so you can see here, this one. So I am putting number 1 over here. You can see, yes, you can see now. So here SP already you got. No, this upside, that is not probably visible. Here it is. Now I think so you can see here, it is this one. SR, which I don't know right now, RP I got, DC already I know, and CA already I know. So I'll put it there, that is I'll directly put it in 1. So ISR I can get directly. So now I'll put it in 1. What I get now in 1. When I put it in 1, so I get SR, which I don't know, RP, which I know very nicely now, that is 40. Then DC, which is 120, that also I know. And then I know CA, that also is 150. So this goes, and the same story, your SR is equal to 12 into 40 by 15, right? Yes or no? So you will get 3 4s and 3 5s, 5 1s, 5 8s. That means your SR now is equal to 8 4s, 32 units. Right? Now SR is 32, RP is your already 40. right? Now you want R cube. Okay, so to find R cube, directly take here SD parallel to RC parallel to QB, right? If you take SD parallel to RC parallel to QB, so you get by same this theorem which I am not writing, you will get here SR is to R cube is equal to DC is to CB. Now solving it, you will get your value of R cube. Now you got SR, you got R cube, you can by simple addition you can get QB. Okay, I hope you have understood. Just fill in the blanks, fill in the values, and you will get this particular result. Okay, a nice question, not nice actually, simple question based on the direct application of basic proportionality theorem, which is telling you that it is possible only if three lines are parallel. Okay, so this is the theorem of intercepts made by three parallel lines. Now another beautiful question from this particular information, that is, there is a triangle ABC in which there is a segment ED which is parallel to AB and dividing the two sides in such a way that CE is 2 times of AE. So I will not do anything. First I will check this relation. Why it is given? What is CE plus AE? Okay, CE plus AE is your AC, right? Okay, no issue. Now here your CE is told as 2 times of AE, right? Now CE is 2 times of AE. This CE is 2 times of AE. But converting CE in the form of AE will not be beneficial to me because AE is the part of quadrilateral which cannot apply in similarity neither in basic proportionality. I need to convert this AE into CE. So this CE remains as it is, and AE which is here, see here AE, this 2 will come here. So AE will be written as CE by 2 is your AC, right? Because you are being told that CE is equal to 2 times of AE. Okay, now solving this figure, note it down please, draw the figure and then we'll proceed. Okay, now following this we will go further part, that is, now I have here this is CE common, here 1 plus half is equal to AC. Now 1 plus half is 3 by 2, you can generally solve also, that is 2 1s are 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3, that is 3 by 2 CE is your AC, right? That means if I take CE over here, so I am writing this side actually, but no change actually. AC, CE coming down is your 3:2. Very nice information I got. How to capitalize this information, that I will think on now. Now AC is the side of triangle ABC. See the figure in which you are drawn already. And CE is the side of triangle so called as ECD. Now in the given information, let me scroll down the figure to make you understand. In the given information, it is already told that area of triangle ABC is 45 square centimeters. That means it has some relationship with the area. Now these are proportional sides of two triangles and area has been talked. That means I must be able to link the sides of triangle to the areas. And that is possible if the two triangles are similar. If the two triangles are similar, then ratio of their areas will be proportional to the squares of its corresponding sides. तो my first target is now to show them similar. तो triangle ABC and triangle DEC, one angle is common already, and see these two angles. They are corresponding angles and already lines are parallel. That means the two triangles are similar by AA test. So same thing I will note it down. So I will get here K. First I will say here K ED is parallel to AB and AC transversal. So obviously angle CED is congruent to angle A. This is converse of corresponding angles test, right? Okay, now this is your first one. Now in triangle CED and triangle CAB, you have angle C is congruent to angle C. It is common angle. It can be very easily understood. Then angle CED congruent to angle A. This has come from first. That means two angles of one triangle are correspondingly congruent to two angles of another triangle. Then the two triangles are said to be similar by AA test for similarity. So therefore triangle CED is similar to triangle. I remember very nicely that the video which I posted of basic concept of similarity, that has no sound. So I will be recording it whenever I get time actually for it. So be in touch, you will get that sound also. I will either make a complete video of it or make a voiceover, but I will prefer not to make a voiceover so that you will understand each and every concept from it. So as I said, in that particular video I said this particular line कि पहला वाला ट्रायंगल को पूरा अधिकार है, पहला वाला इंसान को कोई अधिकार है वो कैसे भी आए, तो फर्स्ट ट्रायंगल कैन कम एनीवे. द सेकेंड व्हेन इट कम्स ना, इट टेक्स परमिशन एंड कम्स. परमिशन लेके आता है, भैया मैं आऊं क्या, मैं आऊं क्या. तो वो क्या बोलता है कि सी आया है ना तो तू सी के साथ आ, तो सी फर्स्ट वन, तो सी फर्स्ट वन. ई आया है ना तो ए के साथ आ जा, तो ई के साथ ए आ गया एंड रिमेन्स ओनली वन, दैट इज सी ए बी. दिस इज बाय AA test for similarity. And in that I have also told that whenever I write test na, so I write for similarity or for congruence very clearly. So I always write this, that is AA test for similarity. Now I got these two triangles similar. Okay, so obviously your area of these two similar triangles CED is to area of triangle CAB will be proportional to the squares of their corresponding sides. तो सब साइड लेना है क्या? No, the one which we have already, AC and CE. तो AC is down, CE upside, first second. CE square is to AC square. Now keep a watch. I should write the value in form of square, like in the one question which I did. I did not write that 12 ka square. This is CSST. I have explained this. In that also I explained, but I will explain here also. What I do is, मैंने किया क्या कि ये दो ट्राइंगल सिमिलर है ना, तो मैंने उनका देखो यहाँ पर I took first second, here first second, that means corresponding I took, and who are the sides? कहाँ से लिया? From these two triangles which are similar. That means after seeing the correspondence I wrote, that is why it is corresponding sides of similar triangles. Now let me write the information what is there with me. Here CED is not known, so that becomes area of triangle CED which is not known, and area of triangle CAB which is known, that is 45, and CE square. CE, now see the ratio that you have. ऊपर देखो, scroll करके देखो, ratio is AC is to CE, right? And here you wrote CE is to AC, so it will become ulta, that is 2 square is to 3 square. Right? Got it? So what you get here by cross multiplication, that is area of triangle CED is equal to 2 square, 4 into 45 is to 9. So you get 9 ones are 9 fives are. So you get area of triangle CED to be 5 fours are 20. Okay. So it is 5 fours are 20 square centimeters. That is CED, area of triangle CED is your 20 square centimeters. If it is centimeter mentioned, yes, it is centimeter mentioned. So CED is 20. Now you are expected what? To find area of quadrilateral. So already I have the measure of, that is area of full triangle. That is, I have already, let us come to this particular figure. You can see here that area of quadrilateral, that is area of triangle ABC, see it here. This area of triangle ABC is actually area of triangle DEC plus area of quadrilateral, this one, that is AEDB, right? So out of that ABC is already known to you area, and that is 45, and this is known to you as 20, I suppose, yes, 20, and this is not known. So now even anyone who knows the basic addition and subtraction can tell me that area of quadrilateral AEDB is your 25 square units. Okay, that is area of quadrilateral is 25 square units. Wasn't it nice? Yes, it was. Okay, so therefore quadrilateral AEDB and area of it is nothing but 25 square centimeters. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, it was very nice. Now actually one more question I can take, I think so. No, I can't take one more question. So better it is I come to end of this particular chapter. We have seen all the things which go from the basic of similarity to the application of all those things in similarity. In future, I may take some questions which are special type. Actually, I have mixed up all the questions, including so-called special questions and every questions in this. But if I feel, so I will be taking more questions based on this. So stay with me, stay with Samir sir from SMG Group Tuitions to get your knowledge enhanced, and listen to the each part which I am telling very keenly. Now till lockdown is there, I would always suggest you to stay at home. The lockdown may release, that is now it may become little bit smooth. That is they will make the rules little bit so called as easier. So that is the time when we will be using our brain sensibly. That is मिल गया तो कुछ भी करो ऐसा नहीं. Then you have to take care of yourself very properly so that we fight this particular pandemic. Okay, stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy, study regularly. Goodbye and thank you.